Today is Monday, August 24th, 2026. You have been sitting on a green screen for a week now, and instead of relief, there is this quiet suspicion in the back of your mind. Is this the move or the setup for the next scare? That question deserves an honest answer, not a slogan. What is actually moving is your Bitcoin, up roughly 23 to 24% over the past week while still holding a small gain today. And the reason has less to do with a chart pattern than with paper, a proposed SEC framework that would let projects raise up to $5 million without full registration, and a comment window that closes tonight on how complex crypto derivatives get classified. That is not background noise. That is the plumbing that decides how much institutional money can legally sit next to yours. Around the rest of the board, Ethereum is up close to 30% on the week. Solana is roughly flat. The S&P is holding a modest weekly gain. Japan's Nikkei is sitting on a mild 7-day rise despite a soft day. Gold has ticked down slightly, and oil is up over 5% on the week even after pulling back today. The what here is loud. The when, the actual turn, is still forming. The sky is doing something unusually specific right now. Mercury moves into Virgo on the 25th, and by the 27th it reaches cazimi, sitting conjunct the sun, burning at the center of the light. Traditionally, this is the moment something confused becomes suddenly, almost embarrassingly clear. Virgo strips out noise and wants detail, precision, the actual numbers instead of the story about the numbers. This is not a stretch for bold moves or big declarations. It is a stretch for review, for finally reading the document you schemed, for noticing the discrepancy you glossed over 3 weeks ago. For a man holding his own capital, this window rewards checking your position line by line rather than reacting to it. It punishes anyone who tries to force a big decision on vibes alone, because the sky itself is gathering, not launching. 2 days later, on the 28th, a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces lands. The actual reset. What you sharpen this week, you use then. Here is where it gets interesting. That SEC comment deadline closes today. The same day Mercury is still finishing its transit into Virgo. Detail work meeting a regulatory deadline built entirely on detail. The portfolio margining comment period runs to August 31st, sitting just past the eclipse, meaning the paperwork trail on leverage keeps loading even as the sky resets. And the heaviest coincidence, US inflation and labor data land August 27th and 28th, exactly when Mercury goes cazimi and the eclipse fires. A clarity moment in the sky, landing on the same days as the numbers that move real yields. And, downstream, your crypto. The calendar and the sky are reading from the same page this week. So, is this the move or the setup for the scare? Neither, fully. This is the week you get shown which one it is, if you are paying attention instead of just watching the number go up. The tool here is simple. Use these Mercury and Virgo days to review, not to act. Check your actual cost basis, your actual exposure, the actual terms on anything you are holding that touches those new stablecoin rules. Save the bigger call for after the 28th. I will say plainly what this daily is and is not. It will not tell you when to buy or sell. What it gives you is a read on exactly where you are standing in the market and in your own life. The same cycle moving your money is moving you, and that is worth applying past your portfolio. For exact entries and exits, desk timing exists on Telegram. For the 6-month map, back-tested near 80% against the weekly chart, that is the live charts. Watch for that inflation data around August 27 to 28. If it lands while Mercury sits cazimi, the window is live, and what gets said in that data will likely be the thing everyone points back to later. If you want the full architecture, 6 months of every major transit mapped against every major market window, the live charts are linked in the description. The Wealth Timing Calendar course is there too. This was today's slice. See you Wednesday.
Nobody predicts the market, but you can read the weather. 3 times a year, I draw it by hand. Fibonacci levels, universal technical analysis, then I overlay the planetary cycles running through that asset. Where the two agree, you get a window. That's the live chart. 7 markets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB XRP, oil, gold, and S&P 500 hold more than one, and you stop watching a single chart and start seeing the whole field. Not financial advice, not certainty, no indicator is. Some years run above 80%. The last months were harder. Every chart scrolls through the full history, so you judge it yourself. The protocol is public, ecoscopia.net.